An air defense identification zone is airspace over land or water in which the identification, location, and control of civil aircraft is performed in the interest of national security. They may extend beyond a country's territory to give the country more time to respond to possibly hostile aircraft. The concept of an ADIZ is not defined in any international treaty and is not regulated by any international body. The first ADIZ was established by the United States on December 27, 1950, shortly after President Truman had proclaimed a national emergency during the Korean War. About 20 countries and regions now have such zones, including Canada, India, Japan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Norway and the United Kingdom, People's Republic of China, South Korea, Taiwan, United States, Sweden, Iceland and Iran. Russia and North Korea have unofficial ADIZs as well. Usually such zones only cover undisputed territory, do not apply to foreign aircraft not intending to enter territorial airspace, and do not overlap. Air defense zones should not be confused with flight information regions, which are used to manage air traffic. India established ADIZs in the mid-20th century. Among other rules, notifications are required 10 minutes prior to entry. In case of delay, 45 or more minutes and a new air defense clearance numbers are required. India has demarcated 6 ADIZ near its territory. These zones have been declared over the international border with Pakistan, the international border with Nepal, over the line of actual control with China, along the eastern borders with Bangladesh, Bhutan and Myanmar, and 2 in the southern region of India. Military enforcement of ADIZs is solely the responsibility of the IAF and the task is executed through a chain of radars as well as a C3I organization. Aircraft and surface-to-air missiles of the IAF, with elements of the Army and the Navy participating in their specific areas, where required, carry out interceptions. Civil aviation authorities, in conjunction with the IAF, also assist in this process by ensuring regulatory and control measures, such as assignment of air defense clearance numbers to aircraft entering or operating in Indian air space and by confirming the ADC of the incoming traffic. Where necessary, Bangladesh maintains an ADIZ that extends over the adjoining sea to the south as delineated by the following coordinates: 210,744.80 and 891356. 50 E 181,554.12 and 892147. 56 E 164,328.74 and 892554. 37 E 201,306.30 and 92007. 60 E 200,332.00 and 915031. 80 E 175,234.06 and 901504. 66 E all flights of aircraft, civil, military, Bangladeshi or foreign, originating within the ADIZ and those penetrating the Bangladesh ADIZ shall obtain prior permission and air defense clearance. Among other procedures, aircraft flying without a valid ADC number or failing to comply with any restriction or deviating from flight plan will be liable to interception by Bangladesh Air Force. The United States and Canada jointly operate an ADIZ that encompasses their sovereign airspace in North America. The United States maintains 2 zones in North America: the contiguous US ADIZ and Alaska ADIZ, and 2 more overseas, Hawaii ADIZ and Guam ADIZ. Canada operates 2 other sections of the North American ADIZ, one off the Pacific coast of British Columbia and another that encompasses the Canadian Arctic archipelago and its Atlantic provinces. Under U.S. law and policy, the zone applies only to commercial aircraft intending to enter U.S. airspace. An air defense command and control structure was developed in 1950. Creating 5 air defense identification zones around North America. If radio interrogation failed to identify an aircraft in the ADIZ, the Air Force launched interceptor aircraft to identify the intruder visually. The air defense system reached its peak in 1962, With the deployment of the SS-6 ICBM in the USSR, strategic threats shifted overwhelmingly to ICBM attacks, and bomber intrusions were considered to be less of a threat. It does apply to aircraft passing through the zone to other countries. Japan has an ADIZ that covers most of its exclusive economic zone. Japan's ADIZ was created by the United States Armed Forces after World War II. With the western border at 123 degrees east, this resulted in only the eastern half of Yonguni Island being part of Japan's ADIZ and the western half being part of Taiwan's ADIZ. On the 25th of June 2010, Japan extended its ADIZ around Yonguni 22 kilometers westwards to align with its territorial waters. This led to overlapping with sections of Taiwan's ADIZ. However, Taiwanese foreign affairs officials said that it does not make any difference, as an understanding has been reached between the two parties on how to handle it. According to China Network Television on the 24th of November 2013, China and Russia do not recognize Japan's ADIZ. Taiwan has an ADIZ that covers most of Taiwan Strait, part of East China Sea and adjacent airspace. Most ADIZ of Taiwan is built on its exclusive economic zone. Taiwan's ADIZ was the